Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chandra and I make videos about reading, writing, and all things books. Today's video is my June writing plans, and yeah, here's what we're gonna do. So last month I decided to start doing writing plans instead of just a follow-up because it's like, why does it matter that I'm following up on what happened this month if I'm the only one who knew what my plans were? So I've been a little bit more concrete and intentional when I'm setting the plans for the month. So Dobby's actually up here in my lap and he's not trying to lay on my keyboard, so thank goodness for small miracles. Update on Dobby. He's doing very well. We're still giving him his morning and nightly medicine. It is significantly helping with his itchiness and his scar. He had been like really picking at the same spot on his neck, and it's for the most part healed up. The vet said that would happen, and that we didn't need to do anything additional for that. He just needed his medicine, and so he is doing really well. And I think part of his like irritability was coming from that, so I'm very happy to see that he's making such good progress. He still doesn't love his medicine and usually gives me a wide berth immediately after, just until his ears stop feeling weird. But after that, he settles right in and is pretty much back to his usual self. So on to the general updates. For the first week of June, I plan to again do what I did last time and take some time off. It will be slightly modified, however, because this month has been a little bit rough, even with the plan. I did not... Oop, we're going to get tangled up in the headphones, are we? I feel like that. No. I was so comfy. You were comfy, I was comfy, we were being comfy together, and we were just talking. Can we do that? Thanks, bud. Yes, so I did a lot, and I made good progress, but I didn't finish all of my goals for the month as far as reading and editing. I made really good progress, and I did figure out what needs to happen, and that's half the battle. But as far as having time or energy or really just the desire to accomplish the goal, that was like a 0. But I did not enjoy my time off, my week off. I'm sure I like griped about it at every possible moment that I had to gripe about it. And that's not the point of taking some time off. So I want to reevaluate and adjust how I take that breather and find ways that really inspire me instead of making it be a chore. I did enjoy watching a lot of TV shows, and I actually started watching more TV shows, and I've spent I've spent the whole month really enjoying that and reading. I read 9 books. I might finish a 10th book today, so today's the 31st, so I don't know if I'll finish it or not, but I've got 2 other books that are well underway, actually 3 that I'm really enjoying, and I want to make sure that I preserve the time to continue that. But I also have enjoyed, picking specific TV shows to just binge watch and finish. So I'm going to be watching The Nanny. I've already seen it through all the way, but I absolutely love this series, so I'm going to watch it again. I've never finished The Vampire Diaries, so I'm going to work on finishing that. I've watched True Blood all the way through, but it's been a while, and I'm rewatching it, and I'm debating on rereading the whole book series, even though I have real heated feelings about the way the series ended. There's a lot of good stuff that I loved about it, and given another 2-part video that I'll have coming out later this month, I think I might owe that series a reread. So if you've read the series, I'd love to hear what you think about that in the comments. Let me know if you've read it, what you think. And yeah, I also haven't finished Killing Eve yet. That was on my goal for last month. It did not happen. However, I did finish WandaVision, which was on my goal to finish that series. And I started on Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I have not finished. And I don't know if I'm going to, because I had feelings about it and they weren't super positive. So yeah, we shall see. Number 2, lots of yoga. That was on my list this month. I did a lot with it. I did, but I didn't do as much as I had anticipated. I think I will be doing a lot more, especially since I've been teaching more and writing schedules not schedules, but plans, and that really pushes me to be not just more dedicated in my practice, but to experiment more with my practice. It's very easy for me to get like comfortable with what I am doing in my own practice versus trying new things to bring to the classes that I teach. And if I'm going to teach it, then I'm going to practice it. So that's something that has been different, but I've really enjoyed it, and I think it's made my personal practice more interesting. The next thing on this list is the kind of books that I read. Because I am ahead of schedule, I'm thinking that I'm going to read 60 books this year instead of 52. I usually go for 52, which is about a book a week. And I've had that goal for a while, and it has fluctuated. I've met it a couple of times. I've exceeded it at least one time. But because of the pace that I've been reading it this year, and the ways that my approach to reading has changed, I think that it makes sense for me to increase my goal. And I'm going to leave it at 52 books because that's the original goal that I set. But my stretch goal is officially going to be 60 books this year because I've already read 32 books, I believe. So I'm going to increase that and just go ahead and go for broke. That's all in the first week. That's like officially we're reading 60 books. Dog training. This is something that I've been focusing a lot this week, and I will continue to focus on going into the first week of next month. That is training Piper to use a bell to let me know when she needs to go outside. Piper is a rescue. She is 4 years old, and I've had her for about 2 months. We've gone to the vet. We've had some talks. We've been, taking it easy and going slow and understanding what kind of background she's coming from and some of the issues that she's had. So with all of that taken into consideration, the vet did recommend anti-anxiety medicine for her, which we've been using and has been really helpful. She's still very skittish, very stressed. She's very comfortable with me, but with other people, she can be a little bit nervous and not aggressive, but she'll growl, but she's not going to do anything about it. But just so that she's more comfortable, especially with separation anxiety, I've decided that, using her medicine whenever I leave the house has been really helpful, and we're following the vet's advice about that. The vet also recommended training her to use a bell to notify me when she needs to go outside, just because she's been moved around a lot. She was in the shelter, then she was with a foster for a couple of months, and now she's been with me for a couple of months. So there's been a lot of just different doors and probably different schedules and patterns, and she's had a hard time. She's very potty trained, but she's had a hard time trying to let me know, hey, I would like to go out now. And so instead of letting me know, she's just like, this seems like a good spot. But also if I take her outside, she's like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. So she knows that she's not supposed to do it, but she hasn't figured out how to tell me I would like to go outside now. So that was the vet's recommendation. So we will be working on that in a very focused manner for the next few weeks. Week 2, I plan to really start looking more at my writing. At this point, like I said, I did not complete my goal, so I'm still editing and I'm still reading through, kind of simultaneously. But the biggest part of editing that I determined that needed to happen was that everything needed to go from assorted tense. Everything needs to be in past tense, third person, deep focus. So I'm working on that. That is pretty much, as far as the editing goes, that's everything that's happening right now. It's just getting flipped over. Now this is going to get interesting because in June it's NaNo Prep, so I am also finishing up everything that needs to be outlined and prepared to finish writing project CBHF. And I already drafted the first half in Camp Nano for April. So I need to get back into that, and my plan for that is starting week 2. I'm going to go back and review my outline, the high plot points, everything that's like the key parts of the story, and make notes for consistency, just make sure that my series Bible is up to date. And then I'm also going to be finishing the read through for the other project. So I'm going to have a couple things happening at the same time. I think that'll be a little bit easier for me than what I tried previously, where I felt like I had to be working on one thing, even if I wasn't really having a lot of fun with it at the time. And I don't love editing, but I do have some approaches that have made it better, but I think this will be a further improvement to my strategy. For week 3, I will continue to focus on character development. This will be specifically for the project that I've been editing this month. There are some things that I noticed about the characters that are not quite right. Maybe I've gotten to know them better and I want to make some changes, some tweaks and adjustments. So I'm going to start, writing that down, documenting. Oh, bless you. You good, buddy? Please don't sneeze on my face. Okay, sorry. There are some things that I would like to iron out as far as character development and improve upon. That may go for both series, but I'm going to focus specifically on the edit. I'm also including the, reading more books and dog training and finishing the first edit. So that will be my focus for the last 2.5 weeks of the month. And then as well in the final week 4, I will be really, really intentional about finalizing everything on my outline for Project CBHF. So it's going to be a busy month, but it'll also be a bit more spread out. And whatever I get done is great, but the outline for CBHF is pretty much, I can fill it in more, but I have enough that I can actually write in July. So everything from here on out, any improvements, any tweaks will be gravy. Aside from that, I do have my other plans, which I'll do separately for the month of June. So it'll definitely be a busy month, but I think we're well on the road. And at the end of July, I should have my second book drafted for the year. So those are my June writing plans, which start to prep for July. So we will see you for Camp Nano July, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.